say that. Sorry for me, the lack of uploading. I'm not really a YouTuber, so I'm just here doing this. But I figured I'd get around to talking about this eventually because it was kind of important to me back when it came out. Some people might think this is not going to signify anything. Others might say, this is cool, this is trash, It really doesn't matter to me, I'm always backing Microsoft regardless, so I don't really care less what the humans out there say, or the retards that fanboy over Sony all the time, or whatever. Either way, the article that we're reading today is called Xbox Keeps Outselling Sony in Japan. This is from July 1st, so it's a old article, but I don't make videos, so, this is it. I'm more out hanging with Chief and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Laughing at Cortana's awful jokes or some crap like that. But either way, Xbox keeps outselling PlayStation in Japan, and I'm reading this from Forbes, so, it could, I don't know, but it keeps happening, so it's whatever. And the article starts out, Microsoft's decision to sell a cheaper, less powerful next-gen console appears to be paying off. Unlike the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series S has been available and in stock pretty much everywhere, since gamers have struggled to find the other burlier consoles. The Series S has become an attractive alternative, especially with its $300 price tag. Microsoft's I'm an idiot. This has translated into sales success in Japan, a country where Microsoft's platform has an enormously difficult time finding any sort of traction. PlayStation and Nintendo, both manufactured by Japanese companies, have boasted sales dominance in Japan for years, and that's not about to change. But the Xbox Series S has obviously made its roads into the Japanese gamer market. During the week of May 9th and through 15th, Japanese consumers purchased 6,000 units of the Xbox Series S compared to the just 105 Xbox Series X consoles. The PlayStation system sold just 2,000 or basically 3,000 units total, including both disc and digital only models. Then the week beginning June 13th, Microsoft sold 3,423 Xbox Series S units compared to just 2,371 PS5 units of a combined number between digital and disc. Of course, this is not a trend that suggests Japanese gamers are migrating to Xbox in any meaningful way. The PlayStation 5 still typically comes up out on top, and Nintendo Switch remains a powerhouse. Once Sony is able to actually meet demand, I suspect we will almost never see the Series S on the top of Japanese sale charts. I don't believe that. In the US, the Nintendo Switch has the best seller in total units sold for 2022 so far, but the Xbox Series S and S have sold the second most units and generated the highest dollar sales year to date, according to the NPD Group's May 2022 support. Clearly, much of this can be chalked up to supply issues, blah blah blah. The rest of this really doesn't matter, but if you want to read it, I guess I'll throw a link in the description or something. My point is, what this signifies for all you humans out there who are just going to say, oh, Sony can't meet demand, Sony it's just, as soon as they get supply up, okay, it's mid-2022. Everybody else has stuff in supply. Think I'm joking? Graphics cards are starting to become more available. Nintendo Switches I find on my shelves in stores all the time. I've seen a few Xbox Series X's and tons of Xbox Series S's all around. And you're telling me just Sony is still having supply issues? Sure, no. And I'm not saying they aren't, because everyone was, and it does take time to cover. But what I'm saying is, this shows that people in Japan and the US who were not Xbox fans are seeing stuff like Game Pass. Oh, and if one day, who knows, probably a few years from now at this point, I might make a video talking about Sony's crappy Game Pass service or Game Pass ripoff, whatever you want to call it. But this signifies that people out there want Xbox. They want Xbox games. They want to see what Microsoft is offering. They're looking at Game Pass. They're seeing Game Pass is a nice deal. You're getting tons of these games. You know, EA's on there. Ubisoft is starting to have more games coming. You know, tons and tons of bundles, DLCs, all of the games you can think of. New rotations and staying fresh. First party titles day one. Lots of third party titles day one. Heck, even Sony keeps bringing games to Game Pass because they realize how efficient and how effective it is in the gaming world. And I'm not the biggest fan. You know, I have Game Pass myself. I know a lot of people don't like subscriptions and think it's ruining everything and ruining the gaming market, and I understand that 100%. But there's no denying the sheer powerhouse that is Game Pass. Like, if you don't have Game Pass, you're just scamming yourself nowadays. Like, literally. Game Pass, I got 3 months for $1 at the beginning of summer. Best deal, like, I've spent all year. Best dollar I spent all year. What are you gonna get for $1? I don't know. You can't even really get a candy bar for $1 anymore. But you're getting 3 months of $60+ $70+ games day one, all summer long. You know, well, summer's over now, but you get what I mean. You're getting tons of this stuff, and who wouldn't want it? Like, literally, it's all right there for you. The people who down talk Xbox and say all this other crap or spew out some retarded nonsense about Microsoft being this giant corporate monster. They're just, I don't even know what's wrong with them, dude. It's the deals. Japanese gamers are starting to see the deals. They're starting to see the nice, sleek consoles of the Series S. They're starting to see the capabilities, the playability, the cheapness, because of course prices right now are insane. People don't have money to just go out and drop a cool $500,000 on a Series X or PlayStation 5 when the nice Series S is right there, a nice entry into the next gen gaming market. Tons of games, Game Pass, all the next gen titles, day one on the Series X. On the Series S, $299. Who wouldn't want that? Like, literally. Personally, I went for the Series X, but I'm a gamer, so of course I'm gonna have the Series X, you know what I'm saying? But the more casuals or the gamers, because you know, the Japanese love their sleek little consoles. That's why the Nintendo Switch does so well. That's why Nintendo has always done well over there. But the fact of the matter is, the people want fairness. They want deals, they want games, and they want more of them. They're starting to get tired of Sony's scummy practices, garbage excuses. They're sick of the crap that they're spewing out of their mouth all the time. All the anti-consumer moves they make, the things they do, and gamers want something different. I personally believe the PlayStation is the fanboys' console of choice and the Xbox is the gamers' console of choice, because at the end of the day, Sony fans don't play games. They play Twitter, and that's what they play. Xbox fans play games. We play so many games. I've been killing Halo Infinite, man. You know, I'm so excited for Starfield and a bunch of other stuff, man. Like, the stuff Microsoft is dropping, the trailers. Forza Horizon 5 is still an amazing game, and it's going to be one of the best sellers of the system. Like, I'm telling you, when we go back and we look at the consoles, and I know I'm way behind and stuff, but YouTube is just not really, like, I'll tell you guys, it's not just a priority for me, really. I'm more interested in playing games, but when I feel like there's something for me to come on here and talk about, I'll talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Being the arbiter is hard work. I'm busy, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, not too much more to talk about. I just wanted to talk about how I think this signifies the change that is coming in Japan. You know, sure, they might seem like small sales numbers, But Sony is also having small sales numbers over in Japan, and when it comes time to it, I think after this generation, especially, Japanese gamers are going to look at Microsoft and Microsoft's offerings a lot differently than they looked at them before. But either way, this is just short art video from me, the Arbiter 192. I hope you humans have a somewhat pleasurable day or whatever. Sony ponies feel bad. Yeah, I haven't done this in so long, so I apologize. Yeah, I guess that's it. See you guys in, I don't know, 2025 or some crap like that. Arbiter out.